Yo, what's up guys, welcome to the channel, and today I am back on Project Cars 2 once again, doing another hot laps video. So since the SRL LMP2 endurance series, it's actually coming to an end tomorrow. I thought, you know what, I would do my last hot lap at the track which we're racing at, with my actual car. We're racing the LMP2 GSP2 Nissan. So yeah, you also might see in the settings there's actually a race and a 2-lap race. This is for the fact that you can't use rain in time trial, and if you're wondering why I'm using rain, it's because for this rain, Sam, the SRL league owner, has confirmed that it is going to be a rain race. So yeah, that was actually kind of my idea. So yeah, I really wanted to have a rain race, and I thought it'd be good at Road America. So this is actually the final race of the season. We have also got a Le Mans race, 2.4 hour race, but that's going to be later in the year. And we will be using these cars again, so it's not the last time we're driving this car, but I thought, you know what, I'll use this one anyway since it's the last race of the series. But I'm happy to announce that we have got a new series starting, which is a GT3 series, and I'll be driving in the McLaren GT3 for that. So the car used in my Long Beach Hot Laps video, and then my teammate will be Dion from what I know so far, so that's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, let's just jump straight into my lap then, and see how we do. Right, okay, here we go for my LMP2 hot lap around Road America then, in the wet. I don't know how this is going to go, especially that I'm almost on the grass as well. Well, I was on the grass a little bit. My front left and front, my back right, rear right I should say, was on the grass. And that's why I don't know how it's going to go, because I literally almost spun on turn 1. So yeah, this is going to be really difficult, because I have found a few parts on a few laps that I've done in practice in the wet with this car at this track. There's just parts on the track where there's little bumps, and when you sort of take off just a little bit, your rear tyres take off just a little bit, and when they get back on the track they just completely spin, like there for example, like there exactly. As you see, there's nothing I did wrong. The wheel was just completely just flew onto the other side of the track and wanted me to go off track, but luckily I avoided it. You also got to watch out for the curbs like there, because they just suck you off the track. But somehow I'm not doing too bad. I'm actually doing alright. I may be quiet at some point, so I apologise about that. I'm just trying to be very careful. As you can see, I have got quite a bit of fuel in my car. In time trial in the other laps, I did have lower fuel, but this time I had to get more fuel because I had to do a formation lap obviously and stuff like that, and plus fuel actually goes down in a race unlike in time trial. But yeah, it's hopefully it's not going to be too bad of a lap, and it's pretty competitive because I want to try and get second in the championship, since I am actually battling Sandro, who's second in the championship currently, and he's 1 point ahead of me, so whoever basically comes out on top in this race gets second in the championship. So I'd like to make a 1-2 for high class racing, since Vasilos has won the championship already, because he pretty much dominated this series. But yeah, another time where I just completely went off track there. Luckily I didn't spin, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, as you can tell, it's hell basically. It's going to be hell. I don't know why I recommended rain now, honestly. I wish I didn't, because this is a lot more difficult than what I thought. To be fair, this is my first time actually trying this car around this track in the wet, but it seemed to go alright, and I seem to have survived the 2 laps. But I don't know what lap time this is going to be, but we'll soon find out. So we come across the line now, and there is my lap time at Road America in the wet with this car. So yeah, it was good, and that was a 2.22.9. That was my best lap. So yeah, I don't know how competitive that'll be. Obviously I probably could do a lot better if I didn't go off track and stuff, but yeah, I guess we'll just watch the replay now. Right, here we go then for my replay trackside camera. As you see, I did take off just a little bit. That's why I went on the grass on the straight. Luckily didn't spin, and coming into turn 1 then, I broke as little as possible, but you have to be very careful because you do almost spin like there. Exactly, the car just turns the opposite way to where you want to, and but luckily I caught that and didn't lose it. But yeah, we took turn 1 pretty well, apart from getting on the grass just a little bit from that, and on the straight. From there it kind of went a little bit downhill, because I started messing up a little bit, and obviously with the with the little bumps that I told you in the track where it shoots you off the track. Luckily I avoided that. Right there, that's where it is. Somehow didn't avoid it. You can't even see it, honestly. You can't even see it. The only time you know when it happens is when you completely lose the car. But luckily I caught it that time, luckily. But people are going to struggle with that in the race, I can definitely tell you that. The curb you really don't want to get on, because as you can see, it just pushes you onto the grass and wants you to go on the grass, but luckily I avoided that. Coming up the hill, it looks pretty cool coming up there actually, around that corner. It's quite a blind corner because you come up over the hill, then you suddenly need to stamp on the brakes, and in the wet that's 2 times harder than what it usually is in the dry. Dry you would pretty much easily get around it if you broke a bit later, but there you have to kind of be careful because you need to know that it's there. When I first attempted this track off camera practice a little bit, I literally had no clue what the track was, so I had to do a bit of practice, and I got used to it eventually. But now I'm a little better at it, but I still get a bit confused. That was another part where I just went a little bit wide. I don't know if it was the bump in the track again, or if I just completely went a little too quick through there and just went off track. But again, luckily it wasn't time trial or something invalidated. But we carried on anyway, pushing just to see if we can still get a pretty decent lap. Not the cleanest of laps, like I said, I definitely could do better, and hopefully I will do a lot better in the actual SRL event. But yeah, we did a pretty decent lap, I feel like. I think it was 2:22, so that's really decent for me. But coming up to the final corner now, I think, just before the massive straight again up the hill. Yeah, I did back off quite a bit again, just in case. But yeah, coming up the hill, then get as much speed as you can, quite a lot of speed with an LMP2, nearly take off again, but yeah, cross the line, and that's our lap time. Yeah, so that is my final hot lap of this series then. It's been a nice little mini series to add on to the SRL LMP2 endurance. I'm just going to say I will not be continuing this hot laps and time trial stuff with the GT3 series, sadly. I would like to, but I've just, you know, kind of run out of time through the week and stuff like that. But I will do something else with time trial on weekends when there's no league events. What I'm going to be doing is actually challenging some people. So thanks to this guy, comment on the screen now, we've decided to come up with a little thing where he does time trials and I do time trials, and we sort of challenge each other, and I feel like you guys can join as well, like SRL members can join, and it'll be quite interesting. Obviously my lap's probably going to be terrible because I'm not the best player, I'm going to be honest, but yeah, you guys can join in and stuff like that, and it'll be fun to see who can come out on top. Definitely not me, but yeah, it's that's going to be a new little thing that I've added, and I will be doing time trials on F1 and Project Cars 2, Gran Turismo, everything really, just challenging each other and see how it goes. But if you enjoy this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.